Bitcoin is back at $64,000 and we just had the monthly close of July, which leaves us now with 5 months left of 2024. So when I dive into the chart, I want to show you the monthly close, what that could potentially indicate. And we look at the historic data, what has happened from August to December historically in these markets. Hint, I am still bullish on Bitcoin and crypto, and I still think we have a lot of potential upside ahead of us. So let's dive into the charts and let's check it out. By the way, guys, there is less than a month that my VIP membership is still open at the moment. I'm still accepting new members until August 28th. So if you want to join, you want to get access to the Discord, the analysis, the courses, the ongoing trade ideas, access to myself and the community of 2,800 members, then click the link in the description down below. Come and sign up before the doors close. It's risk-free for 60 days. It's a no-brainer. So come and join us on the inside. Link in the description down below. All right, so let's start out with the monthly chart over here. You can see Bitcoin is back at 64,000 after hitting 69,000. So we did have a bit of a pullback. But overall, if you see what has happened here, the previous cycle highs, so the 2021 cycle highs, you can see this level is right about here where the candle body's closed. You can see how the top of the previous cycle is now acting as support. We broke above it in March of this year, and since then we've been consolidating above the previous cycle highs, and that is a bullish sign. Okay, that is something that happens usually when we have a bullish trend. We get a consolidation and then we get a continuation of the trend. That is often what happens. Okay, and last month, so in July, we had this dip to 53,000. And you can see what it did is it just grabbed all this liquidity. So everyone who was long with stops here just below these lows, it just took that. Okay, so all these leverage positions are liquidated, but it was just a wick on the monthly chart and it pulled back up and it closed above that same level. So this is technically bullish. It was a liquidity grab below, closed back above this level, and now we are still consolidating here. And as you can see here, we have all these highs over here, which is also liquidity. So there's a lot of people who are short who have all these orders up here, and in my opinion this setup here is just forming for us to continue higher and take out all that liquidity. So just based purely on this monthly chart, I still believe we are bullish until we get a monthly close below this level, so below 59,000 or 58,000. If we get a monthly close below there, we might need to reassess. For now, it's just been wicks, it's been consolidating here. And the interesting thing to pay attention to here also is if I bring up this arrow marker, you can see over here, we had a local top in about March of 2021, in the same way that we had a local top in March of 2024, very similar. And then we had the corrective months, April, May, June, July, in the same way in 2021. And in August, over here, you can see what happened. We had 4 months of upside, where basically from August we went from 37,000 to 69,000 in the 4 months that followed, and it set in a complete top. So what if this consolidation here is basically this consolidation here? It didn't pull back as deeply as it did in 2021, but it spent the same amount of time consolidating. It hit a high in March, then we had April, May, June, July as a consolidation, with July being the low in the same way over here, June, July being the low. And then are we setting up here for continuation in the next few months? And you can see here what happened if I take August to November. If I put that on over here, you can see that would take us to about 95,000. Now it could go higher, it could go a little bit lower, but that's basically this August till November of 2021 repeating here. If this continues to repeat, maybe that's just perfect, right? Maybe people are expecting 100K, it just doesn't hit 100K and it tops kind of shy of that, creates a nice bearish divergence with this high and this high on the RSI. And then we get a pullback in 2025. It could also go a bit longer, right? Nobody knows. We're just looking here at similarities, at data. And then if this plays out in this way, then of course we'll look in November or December. Are there similarities? Are there warning signs of a topping or not? Maybe it continues into 2025. That's also a possibility. But something like this at this point in time, I think is completely a possibility as long as we stay above, say, this $58,000 level with the monthly closes. You can see the consolidations here, you could also argue, you know, if you like this form of analysis, that this could end up being a complete flag over here, wedge with a breakout to the upside, and that would make perfect sense over here. Now diving into the Bitcoin monthly returns, so July ended up being green, barely, but still green at 2.95%, which means I actually said this at the beginning of July, where I said that every single red June since 2013 has been followed by a green July, and that has still been the case. You can see this for yourself. Red, green, red, green, red, green, red, green, and again, red, green. So as you can see over here, August and September are on average, they tend to be barely break even or red months over here, unfortunately. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that's always going to be the case. As I just showed you on the chart, in 2021, we had a green August. So if those cycles, which are very, very similar at this point in time, in my opinion, based on the price action, we could still see a green August. And then, of course, October and November tend to be mostly green. So I think Q4 of this year, we see green. But I also think that it's very possible that in August and September, we continue higher. So look, on the short term, yes, we did have a pullback of a couple $1,000 from 69 just to under 64 now, but still, if you're looking at this on the chart and you're looking on the daily, this still looks very bullish in my opinion. Look, we can say here also, if you're wondering here, are we dropping back down? So this was a bearish trend over here, and you can see it was making lower highs all the time. Every high was lower until we broke out, and what happened? We made a higher high over here. Okay, so that is technically a market structure break. And what we could end up seeing still, this is something that happens on all sorts of time frames. It is completely a common pattern. Also, don't know if we're going to get it, but after the market structure break, sometimes we get a retest of the Fibonacci golden pocket before moving higher. So that could mean something like this, and then continuing higher. This is all still liquidity over here, and I do believe that it is very likely that this is going to be taken out. It is just a matter of time, whether it goes up from here right away and it continues going up, or whether it still fills kind of these gaps over here, touches the Fibonacci golden pocket around 58,000, and then continues going higher. That is a possibility in the short term, but overall, I am still bullish. I am still expecting higher, and I'm actually expecting still new all-time highs this year in 2024, which still makes this time the best time to get involved. Don't give up on crypto at this point in time. It is actually when it is the most interesting, even though it is the most kind of boring, right? It's been trading sideways for months. It keeps making these attempts at breaking new all-time highs, and then every time it drops back again. And sure, that can be seen as discouraging or boring, or maybe you think, oh, it's over. At this point in time, in my opinion, no, I still think we are going higher this year. So again, I'm closing the doors to my VIP at the end of this month. Like I said, right now it's the boring time. It's the time when markets are trading sideways, when altcoins are down, and that is the best time to get involved with crypto. You want to buy low, you want to sell high. So for this next couple of weeks, I think it's about 4 weeks left, less than 4 weeks, you can still join my VIP. Come and learn everything, more than a decade of my own experience trading financial markets, crypto since 2017, all that experience, everything I've learned is inside VIP. You get access to all my courses, my training, and of course the most valuable is Discord, where you have direct access to me personally every single day. You can ask me questions. I share my analysis in there, charts, trade ideas, everything you want to know. And there's obviously the whole community of more than 2,800 members who are also trading and investing from all around the world. So come and join us. It is risk-free for 60 days. If you don't like what you see, you can get a full refund within 60 days. Come and join before the doors close August 28th. The link is in the description down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.